Hey friends, Lulu here. How you doing? I thought I would do this pre-recorded video a different way than I normally do. So y'all know that I've been doing some dotting. Well, I'm going to show you by step how I did it without doing the dotting yet, because I'm still learning. That's all I can say. I'm still learning. So I'm going to give you some photos in between here and explain what I did and let you know the process of my journey of dotting. Now, one day I'm going to sit there and I'm going to dot with y'all, but now I'm just playing with different techniques, and while I'm trying to perfect certain dots and swooshes and things like that and designs, I'm just not right there to show you because I don't want to show you wrong. So the first thing I do is find the surface that I want, and here's the surface. The next thing that I do is paint the surface a dark color. Now you saw the egg I did, and I did that a light ivory color, but usually you'll use a black or a very dark color that will go with your color pattern. And so once I find that I paint my surface, this one that I'm showing you is black. After I get it painted black, I paint both sides. The side you're seeing is the back side because I was playing around with my circles. You need to find your grid, the middle of your pattern or the surface that you're using. So once I find the middle of my surface by different techniques of measuring, then I go through the process of making my circles. Now there's different tools that you use to make your circles. I use the one where you stick your pencil in and you hold it down in the middle and you go around. So I'll do another video showing you how I prep a surface. So that's what I do. So here's the picture of the surface. Once you get the lines on, then I kind of freeform. Now, there are patterns that some of the artists use that, they have their pattern, the grid's already done, but I kind of like, so far, because I'm playing with different techniques, like I said, the different dots, the double dots, triple dots, and swooshes and things like that, I'm just kind of playing around in my head and what comes to me. So I use a pencil to do my circles so that I can erase it at the end. I've tried different things also. I've tried using the friction pen. That wasn't really working for me. I tried using kind of like a chalk pencil, but that was also, it was a little too thick. And so the pencil's working best so far from what I'm using today. So I decided that I wanted to try a new technique for me. And what I did was I love giraffes. So I found a giraffe head. And I went ahead and just printed that down the size that I wanted for the middle of my picture. And you'll see that I put it down and it's just black. And I sprayed pixie spray on the back of just the copy machine paper, and I stuck it down in the middle of my piece so that you could then dot around it. And at the end, I filled it in, and you'll see. So once I came up with all my little swooshes and all of that stuff, and I did my techniques, and I just went around the circles. The biggest challenge I have is not getting my palm in the paint that's wet and spreading it all over. And you should hear the words flying out of my mouth. Ozzy said the other day, I was telling him about it, and he goes, "That's what you're saying? That's what's going on?" And I hear, "Yep, that's what's going on." And because really, there's not a lot of margin for error when you're doing these things. So what I went ahead and ordered, and they should be here in a couple of days, is some pointed Q-tips. Pointed Q-tips, you can wet the end and kind of, if you make a mistake, not as big as slopping my palm through the whole thing and making a big mess, but just little mistakes, you can clean it right there. So I got those, so that should help. I tried using Q-tips and making a pointing, but they're not strong enough, and doing it myself. So once I get the whole thing painted and I try to clean up some of my mistakes, I go ahead and erase after it's dry. I wait till the next day. You can't be in a hurry with dotting. So the next day after it's all dry, I went ahead and took an eraser and erased all the little pencil marks you can see. Some people do not like negative space. They want to fill the whole thing in and not have any black at all. I haven't decided if that's what if I do or don't. So once I do that, I let that all dry. I erase all my pencil marks, make sure that I have everything touched up. I might have to touch up a few little areas, and it's all dry. Then I use triple thick, which I've liked so far. And I get triple thick on and I just brush it on, and you can't overplay with it. It starts to dry pretty fast and it's self-leveling. So I just get a good coat on there and then let it dry, and now this is the end result. So I hope you like what you see. I'm going to be showing more of these. I'm practicing, like I said, I'm practicing, and one day, probably in an evening, I might sit there and go live and start do some dotting and talk to you about that. I'm just not sure if it's for all my friends here, if you like just seeing what I do, or if it's something you're interested in learning. There's different teachers out there that I'm studying under. I did one, and now I'm doing another one that's a little more intricate. So I'm taking classes and I'm learning. So anyway, leave me a comment and let me know what you think of all of this process of what I'm doing. I'm just having fun doing something different for myself. Just challenging, playing with colors. The fun thing is choosing the colors you want to use and blending. And I can just sit there for 3 hours at a time and just dot. I turn my music on and I just have fun. The only time I get frustrated is when I run my palm through it, but otherwise I'm just having a good old time. And so just find something that you like to do for yourself. You know, sometimes we don't have to go live for everything that we do, but I know if my friends out there want to see something, I'm going to show you. So again, one day I might just surprise you, jump on and start dotting, but I really need to perfect my swooshes. That is my biggest challenge right now. And the other is not running my palm through my paint. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this project, this giraffe. I love it. I love the colors that I picked. Please leave me a comment and let me know. And if you're new to me, give me a follow. It's really nice to be followed. I see a lot of people come in and watch, but they come back often, but they don't follow me. So I'm not begging, but I am. Anyway, share this video on. Thanks a lot. Let me know what you think. Love y'all. Bye.